DigiCore specialises in advanced mobile asset tracking, management and information systems for vehicle owners locally and abroad. Its main brand is C-Track, and it has new ventures in the taxi industry and with Discovery Insure. It has a market cap of 542 million rand, a price to earnings ratio of 10 and a dividend yield of 2.8%. Vehicle tracking, big business still?
Yeah, and big in South Africa. I think we're like the world leaders in vehicle tracking, which tells you that before we became the vehicle tracking specialists, we're also the world leader in vehicle
disappearances,
vehicle theft. But I mean, it is, and it's also went hand in hand with the cell phone industry and telemetry. So as the technology evolved to put SIM cards into tracking devices and to activate them remotely and so on, it's now, we're world leaders in this stuff. So this technology is being applied all over the world, and these companies are going global as well. And it's both a subscription business, which is more what Tracker and Altec Netstar and them do. And then it's also a specialist application with trucking fleets and all that stuff, because they're measuring how you drive, fuel consumption, which areas you pass through, how quickly you accelerate and decelerate, all sorts of useful stuff.
Now, what is going on with the share price here at Tsepo?
I guess the key concern over the last couple of years has been contracting margins. I think we've seen revenues doing okay and actually quite well, but as the technology, or they've had to throw a lot more money into the technology, we've seen margins contracting, and the share price has reacted accordingly. So we're seeing people being gloom on vehicle tracking, if you can call it that.
Is it the deal of the century?
Well, look, I mean, I think the high here was 10 Rand 50 in the last 5 years. This is the 3-year chart. Look, this business was founded by Nick Flock, and he was the sort of leading force behind it. It's been around a long time, and at one point had quite a dominant position. It's sort of lost its way a little bit. Barney Esters, who used to be the CEO of Sale, has been put in as CEO. Nick has gone to a sort of chairman type role. They recruited a new CFO, Ray Vogt, as well. They did a rights issue at around 3 Rand. They're trying to shift the business from a technology sale to a annuity income type of thing. So I think all of those factors sort of combined to lose them a little bit of traction. The results haven't looked that good. They put quite a good foot forward, but I think the market is waiting to see whether the stories around the capital and how it's going to be used to fund these new ventures. Sorry, the new ventures, it's a taxi thing where you swap your card, I think, and pay for your fare. And then the Discovery Insure thing, I'm sure you know, that's this whole thing they've been advertising to track how you drive, affects your premiums.
Tsepo, is it the deal of the century at current levels? If we looked at the previous high, or the high, all-time high, 10 Rand.
Yeah, look, I think Adrian likes to say roasting drip. I'm not quite sure it's a roasting drip yet.
That's it, Adrian Saville. Adrian Saville, your CIO.
My boss, yes.
And of course, Adrian Gore probably saying the same thing from the Discovery side.
Probably, actually. Very good, very good. The balance sheet, there's still, I think, a few questions around the balance sheet. So I wouldn't quite say it's a definite no-brainer. And yeah, it's starting to look interesting at these sort of levels. But yeah.
What about that impetus, the Discovery Insure tie-up? Surely Discovery is not going to tie up with something that is right. not going
Discovery
to
is
ignite.
Still really starting out on this road with their Insure product. But you can't bet against those guys, because they've got a great sales team in the financial product arena, and they certainly have the marketing muscle to put behind it. So assuming that every vehicle, I saw somewhere in Discovery's results today, they were saying they're getting 10% of all new business. So that's got to be positive. But again, I'm not quite sure what the margins are in that relationship.
Hot or not, Tsepo, DigiCore?
Quite a bit of uncertainty still. So I would be leaning not hot.
Paul,
and
hot
also
or not?
Too small. Market cap 540 million. That's below my entry level for hotness. So not hot.